Yes.
So the first and foremost thing in finding the causes of not knowing things precisely is default logic and reasoning, which means the incompleteness. Okay, so
Yeah.
begin. So to overcome this, we have to begin with a flow chart showing a decision-making process. This makes the complete process clear and makes things work. And then introduce the concept of default reasoning, where there are assumed defaults in decision making, and then visualize scenarios where default reasoning can lead to incorrect conclusions, and gradually introduce expectations, exceptions to these defaults, showing how reasoning can be adjusted. So the default logic is uh, can express facts like by default something is true.
Yes, next one we have fuzzy sets and fuzzy logics. So fuzzy sets and fuzzy logics are mathematical and computational concepts that deal with uncertainty and imperfections in data and decision making. They are particularly used in situations where things are not simply binary, that is true or false. Right?
Exactly.
So, but exist on continuum.
Yeah.
So here are some real world examples. So we can take one example, that washing machine. How the washing machine works. So a washing machine uses fuzzy logic to determine the wash cycle time and detergent quantity, like how much we have to use, based on the type of fabric and the level of dirt we have on the cloth, and the load size what we are using. So this results in the better cleaning and clear and care of different types of clothing. So this is how the washing machine uses the fuzzy logic.
Okay.
Here we have seen cause of not knowing things precisely. So I have one more point to add, that is uncertainty based belief networks. Well, belief networks is known as a Bayesian network or a probabilistic graphic model. To put it in simple, I'll make it short. So belief network is like a map that shows how different things are connected and how likely they are going to happen. It is used in the fields of AI, machine learning, or it helps to make sense of uncertainty of information. And for to map these things, we need two things. First one is node, and second one is arrows or lines. Well, I have an example for this to map how things are related to each other. Uh, let's consider there are two nodes. First node is fire alarm on or off, and second node is fire present or absent.
Yeah.
So whenever the fire alarm is on, that means fire is present. See, this way we can relate these two events together.
Yes.
Well, this helps to visualize and represent the relationship between to and probabilistic between the events.
Perfect. So to sum it up, so we have seen few causes of not knowing things precisely. So you have begun with incompleteness. Why things are incomplete? So there you talked about because of the default logic and reasoning. Perfect. And so Suhas has taken up vagueness. So here he has talked about the fuzzy sets and fuzzy logic, where so we'll be reasoning with concepts that do not have a clearly defined boundaries. So those are called fuzzy ones. That you have taken a very good example. So then we have moved to uncertainty. So in uncertainty, you talked about the belief networks. So there you gave a fantastic example also, and these are the reasons. So in nature, so because of these reasons, we don't know the things precisely, and this is what led to invention of probability. This is what led to bringing or modeling your some of the issues as probability.